Previously on TSR Live.
Listen, guys, it takes a special kind of betrayal to stick your dick in the woman of your best friend. Or a woman doesn't even have to be your best friend. It could be just a decent friend of yours. Now, questions that usually ensue after things like this come to light are, how could she do this? Or how could he do this? Well, the answer to both are very simple. She did it because she's a woman and women are sluts. It is in their very nature to have sexual intercourse with men they are aroused by. Title of that man be damned. Doesn't matter if it's her husband's best friend, husband's father. Doesn't matter. This is what they're... Listen, best friend, boss, boyfriend's best friend, neighbor, mechanic, doesn't matter. If a girl wants to fuck, she is going to fuck regardless of what the circumstance of that man happens to be or not be in. It doesn't matter. Titles don't matter to women. The answer to the second question, how could he do this to me? Well, he was never your friend to begin with. Yes, you guys may have been through some shit together, you guys may have known each other for a while and so forth, but any man who fucks your girl isn't your friend, and he never was.
And now your man, Donovan Sharp.
How's your boyfriend lucky to have you? You're fucking your boss. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated?
You cannot out-train a bad diet.
Never believe everything a woman tells you. She will always leave something out. You're always broke because you spend your money on dumb shit every month. If you've only slept with 5 guys, then why was it so easy to fuck you?
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, knowledge, and awareness. We are presented by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest quality kratom on the planet. Gives you rock-solid energy without caffeine. I've used it for 3 years myself. Go to happyhippoherbals.com to take advantage of that. It is Tuesday, January 2nd, 2018, second day of the year. It is bowling night, gentlemen, and I am chomping at the bit. Let me change my angle here. There we go. I'm chomping at the bit to get back out on the lanes with my brand new bowling shoes and my brand new bowling bag. Looking to improve on my abysmal performance from 3 weeks ago when I shot a 350 series. So tonight's show is going to be high and tight. You know, as every Tuesday night show will be until the 13th of February. We are multicast. It's definitely good to have you guys in tonight. We are multicast across 5 different platforms, 4 different platforms, 5 different channels, 2 YouTube channels, Twitter via Periscope, Facebook Live, as well as my Instagram audience. So I'm over the place, guys. If you want Donovan Sharp, plenty of ways to get him. And yes, I did refer to myself in the third person. God damn, I'm getting big-headed. 6,000 subs, and I think I'm the king of the fucking universe. Plenty of ways to contribute to the show. You guys can obviously donate via Super Chat. The best way is to contribute at streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp. That is streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp. And if I can get a hold of my keyboard here, my keyboard's acting a little... streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spam the link. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you guys. I'm going to put the league I'm still in sports mode here, guys. There it is. So that is an official link. The link I tried to spam yesterday didn't quite work out. Tried to do the short link or whatever. But if you want to contribute to the show, that is going to be the best way to do it. If you want to, listen, you can contribute via Super Chat, but if you want 100% of your donation to go to the show, streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharp is the best way to do it. You can use your credit or debit card as well as PayPal. Guys, look, $7, $5, $2, $10, $1. Every little bit counts. And I always greatly appreciate any support that you guys give me. I really, really do. Later on in the show, I'm going to talk about how staying in the anger phase of the Red Pill Awakening can and will benefit you as a man and solidify your overall game. But I'm going to start with a question that a lot of women ask, but I'm going to ask it from a male perspective. And that question is, can you change a woman? One of the many ironclad truths, one of the many ironclad red pill truths, rather, is that it is in a woman's nature to try to change a man. Despite the fact that she thought enough of you to fuck you and only you exclusively, at least for the time being anyway, she still nags you about the shit that she wants you to change or adjust. Donovan, I wish you'd shave your beard. Donovan, why do you have to get up so early to work out? Can't you just get up a little bit later or do it on weekends? Donovan, let me take you shopping so I can pick out some new clothes for you. My treat, right? Like, we've all heard this stuff before. You guys get the idea. What women don't realize at the time they're trying to make these changes in you is that they don't really want you to change. They think they do because the world around her tells her that it is her responsibility to bring the best out in her man. But deep down, she knows that a man who needs a woman to be at his best is a man that she can neither love or respect. She knows this. Allow a woman to make enough changes to who you are, and eventually you become an accessory that she has shaped and molded into what she thinks she wants and needs in a man. Guys, women respect men. They don't respect accessories. Illimitable Man correctly stated in his article, Dominance and Submission, and I'm paraphrasing here, he says, women create men into things that they come to loathe and despise. Women don't know how to do it any other way, guys. Okay, you don't believe me? Take a look at the state of any man you know who allows his woman to make adjustments here and there. He's a fucking disaster. He's indecisive. He doesn't know if he's coming or going. His woman talks down to him. She cheats on him, etc. That said, it is the complete opposite when you change sexes. That is, when a man tries to change a woman, he will create her into something that he can grow to love, as also stated by Illimitable Men in the aforementioned article. We are not built to self-destruct when given any measure of control over anything like females. And if you have the right temperament, which is firm but fair, and have the right woman, meaning that she is submissive and she is willing to make changes, you can absolutely change a woman. But here's the rub, guys. You cannot trust her to stay that way without your consistent guidance. Not a chance. Listen, you can't make a bunch of changes and build her into your ideal woman, then sit back, hit the autopilot button, and expect her to stay that way. Doesn't work that way, guys. No matter how much a woman desires to stay in the mold in which you created her, she cannot be trusted to stay that way. That's just how it is. She might love her new physique as a result of your direction in her aerobic fitness and her diet restrictions. She might love the fact that she's performing better in bed, she's performing better at work and in the kitchen because you demand her best and you hold her accountable. And she might absolutely adore the fact that you've made changes in her that she never thought possible without your help. But make no mistake about the fact that if you take your foot off the throttle for even a split second, she will slip back in the bad habits that put her in the position that she was in before you took possession of her in the first place. It always happens this way. Building a woman from the ground up is like restoring a classic hot rod, right? When you get it, it's in bad shape. Okay, the engine's rusted out, the leather seats are cracked, the tires are shot. The interior. Listen, the interior is a fucking disaster. Of course, you've got the oxidation caused by the weather fucking up the paint job. So you rebuild the engine. Okay, right? You replace the seats, you put on brand new tires, completely overhaul the interior, you wet sand the old paint job, replace it with a fresh coat of, pearl, cherry red, whatever, and you have successfully turned that car into the best version of itself. But the work doesn't stop there, guys. You can't just finish restoring the car and then drive it around without doing anything else. You have to maintain it. You've got to change the oil. You have to rotate the tires. You have to keep the fluids topped off. Okay? Yeah, listen, you have to maintain it. All right? You've got to you've got to wash it once a week. And listen, if you want your car to look and run its best, you have to maintain it. The car's not going to maintain itself. That's your job, guys. It is exactly the same with women. You can literally transform a woman in every way, again, provided she is willing to be transformed, which depends largely on your value to her, and refer to episodes 53 and 54 if you guys want guidance on that. But you have to maintain her. You can't just rest on your laurels and expect her to consistently execute the habits that you've helped her to cultivate. Okay? You have to be the commander-in-chief at all times to make sure she stays on track. So yes, you can definitely change a woman, but you absolutely, positively cannot count on her to stay that way. Not without your consistent leadership. TSR Live is brought to you by Happy Hippo Herbals, home of the highest quality kratom on the planet. If you're looking for a caffeine-free energy boost with laser focus and an enhanced mood for hours, look no further than Happy Hippo Kratom. They've got over 24 strains available at rock-bottom prices. And for a limited time, save an additional 25% off when you pay with Bitcoin. This includes your shipping, guys. So go to happyhippoherbals.com today and take the first step in increasing your productivity and elevating your mood. That is happyhippoherbals.com. I'm all over social media, guys. You can follow me on Twitter at Donovan_Sharp. You can like my Facebook page, Donovan Sharp. You can add me as well. Just do a quick search for Donovan Sharp. The Sharp Reality, no spaces, all one word, is where you can find me on Instagram. Shout out to Justice for All with the $2 super chat. Appreciate that. Justice for All, $2 super chat. You can find the archive of TSR on iTunes, Stitcher, the Google Play app, on your mobile device. Not on your computer, not on your desktop, not on your laptop. The Google Play app on your mobile device. Shout out to Everyday Dre for the $2 super chat. Appreciate that, my friend. And of course, right here on YouTube. For all things Donovan Sharp, go to my website, donovansharp.com. There you will also find the TSR archive. Every single episode from beginning to today, which includes Sharp Shorts, TSR Sports Talk, The Sharp Reality, and of course, all editions of TSR Live with Donovan Sharp. You can also access the columns I've written for Return of Kings and Negro Manosphere under the Articles tab of my website. I've got over 160 articles posted between those two sites since way back in 2013, so over 5 years now. So if you want a rock-solid supplement to the show, be sure to check those out. While I'm at it, be sure to sign up for the TSR newsletter to keep up with the show. The weekly newsletter will review this past week's episodes, keep you updated on upcoming guests, upcoming projects, as well as future events. Just go to the bottom of my homepage, donovansharp.com, plug in your email address, and you're good to go. And don't worry, guys, we respect your privacy, so we're not going to sell your information. We're not going to spam the shit out of your inbox. That's not how we roll. If you have questions, comments, show ideas, personal stories you'd like to share, or if you want to shoot the shit, hit me. DonovanSharpROK@gmail.com. Drop me your thoughts, any show requests you might have, potential show topics, and everything in between, and I will be sure to give you credit on air for your contribution. I'm certainly not a plagiarizer. So let's go to the chat here and see who is in the towers today. We go ahead and extend everything here. Shout out to Yu with the $2 super chat. Appreciate the support, sir. All right. Let's check in and see what we got going on here. Trying to adjust the size here. There we go. Excellent. All right. Okay. Jamaican Peppa. Jamaican. I'm gonna go ahead and mod you on the big channel. Shout out to you, my friend. So Jamaican Peppa is now a moderator for both TSR channels. MCA Motor Club Money says, what's the number to call in? Not yet. I'm not at that level yet. It's coming soon, but I need a little bit more of a viewership and a little bit more consistency before I open up the phone lines. Plus MCA Motor Club Money, I'm not really sure who you are. So, I don't know, you could possibly be a troll, but you're going to have a little bit more, time in before I start asking questions like that. Freelance Ronan in the house, good to see you in here. The Real Goldie says, come on, spit that knowledge, good to see you in here. Raekwon Wimbish, he says, quote, another shout out to a new guy. He says, I think if the guy gets a lot of attention from other women, they will change themselves to keep his interest 100% spot on, especially if she likes him. Absolutely. James Nash, shout out to you. He seconds that. AKC BTC says women are like children who can be raised. Absolutely. Listen, women are overgrown children. They need structure, they need boundary, they need discipline, just like kids do. Everyday Dre, good to see you in here. Again, shout out with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Raekwon Wimbish says, you have to keep telling them to do their homework so you know it's getting done. Right, exactly. That's how it is. Shout out to W the hell up. He says, what the hell up with the $1 super chat. Shout out to Ted Randolph with the $5 donate, also with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that. It says CA5. I don't know. It's got a dollar bill. It's got a dollar sign. But appreciate that. Thank you guys very much. Do like Everyday Dre says, hit the like button. Trying to get this thing to 100 likes per video. Again, this show is going to be high and tight. Not going to be on for long. I'll probably be on for another 15 minutes max. Tonight is bowling night here at TSR Towers. Desmond Davis says, damn, this is gold. Donovan, appreciate that. It's always good to get feedback from you guys. I like to know that you guys are getting something out of the show. It gives me, I take tremendous pride in the fact that I'm not, oh, okay, well, looks like, okay, you gave me a Canadian dollar. Okay, very good. Excellent. All right. I don't know my currencies, man. I don't know what that is. But yeah, Sharp Assist just let me know that that is a Canadian dollar. So shout out to Ted Randolph with $5 Canadian. Appreciate that. Good stuff. Phone is buzzing away. I don't know what that means. Yay. All right. I don't know if that's PayPal or what, but see, see. Huh. Weird. Okay. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. So we're good to go there. I thought I had something in PayPal. I got to set it up on my iPad. DJ Batman says, I love Hungry Hippo. Yeah, that was a great game, wasn't it? Hungry Hippo. And now I endorse Happy Hippo Herbal. T Santana. Good to see you in here, man. Says, hey, Don, here to support you, brah. You are the motherfucking truth. New Jersey has your back, and we are watching you. Appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate that. Happy New Year from the 410. Hold on. Yeah, says happy. Yeah, Rise SG says Happy New Year from the 410. Appreciate that. Raekwon says Donovan is the Nas of the red pill mentality. Ooh, well, hey, that's a high compliment. Appreciate that. Justice for All says pump and dump. Shout out. Wow, shout out again to Justice for All with the $20 super chat. And his special message is woo. Hell yeah. Thank you very much for that. I greatly, and listen, whether it's $20, $1, $50, $100, $100,000, 50 cents, doesn't matter. All of it counts. All of it counts. And again, MCA Motor Club Money says, hey, what's the number to call in? Again, I'm a little bit late with reading these chats because I don't like to read the chats while I am doing the show. A Black, good to see you in here. I haven't seen you in here in a little while. Pharaoh Edmondson, shout out to you as well. Obviously, shout out to What the Hell Up with the $1 super chat earlier. Says, women need guidance from men. Absolutely. Men don't need guidance from women. Women need guidance from men. Chase LeBeau says CA means Canadian dollar, and I can only imagine that Chase LeBeau is from Canada. DJ Batman says, I love bowling, so do I. Raekwon Bush says, does this apply to girls who are hoes? I was actually addressing that with my Instagram audience before I went live. No, this does not apply to girls who are hoes. If you know a girl is a hoe, then she's not worth investing any time or resources or attention into. If a girl is a hoe, there's no need to cultivate good habits with her. Like, you know, like, who gives a shit? If she's a hoe, there's no need to worry about what she does with her finances. There's no need to worry about whether or not she's eating right or going to the gym or anything like that. Fuck that. She's a goddamn hoe. That's how that goes. Shout out to Mike P with the $2 donation via PayPal. Excellent. Shout out to Mike P again with the another $3 donation via PayPal. So I appreciate that. James Nash. So the answer to your question, Raekwon, good question. The answer is no. This does not apply to hoes. Dude, hump and dump hoes. Don't invest in hoes. Fuck that. The only thing that you need to invest in hoes are blowing loads in her face. And even then, you might want to watch out because she'll wipe that shit off and try to get pregnant with it. Yeah, wear a condom. All she deserves is, you know, a quick fuck by you. Even if you can last long, fuck it. Fuck her for like a minute and a half. Oh my God, you 1 minute nigga. Psh, best 90 seconds of your life, bitch. And she'll call you the next day. Trust me. James Nash says, you put it down, Donovan. Appreciate that. Ted Randolph is LOLing. Shamari Henry says, watched and consumed every audio, every episode prior to this. Finally made a live stream. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Black says, oh, I'm always up in this motherfucker. Multitasking as usual. Hell yeah. A Black says, keep the fire rising, Donovan. Abso-fucking-lutely. A Black also says, keep your foot on these hoes' necks. Goddamn right. Shout out to Blaster, as well as ETF42. He says, anger can be an F. God damn it. ETF, man, you're fucking up the game over here, man. Guys, listen, ETF42. Oh, what's up, Deron Brown? Another, oh man, Deron Brown is gonna fuck it up too, because y'all listen. ETF 42 is already throwing salt in the game. He says, "quote Anger can be an aphrodisiac to women. A woman should have a fear of making a man angry." God damn it! Took a whole segment out of here. But yes, he is absolutely right. I'm going to address this a little bit later on in the show. Actually, pretty soon here. Actually, so good to see you in here, ETF 42. ETF 42 is definitely him and Deron Brown, two of the wisest. Oh, by the way, I need to mod Deron. What the fuck am I doing? Hold up. So Deron Brown is a moderator. I don't know why I didn't mod you before, man. What the hell am I thinking? Like, I've done shows with you before. Deron says being serious with people prevents a lot of BS. Seriousness repels both men and women. They either get mad or they stop fucking with you. Alan Roger Curry. You can only manipulate a manipulator. I like that. Might actually do a show on that. ETF 42 says most women are not worth the time and the energy for a restoration project. Totally agree. Totally agree. Totally agree. And Deron gives a shout out to the Villain series. Absolutely. Chase LeBeau donating $2 via Super Chat. He says, thanks from the ATL. What's your advice for car buying? I actually addressed this in episode 73. Three things that hold men back financially. I would advise, like for car buying, I would pay in cash, right? Save $3,000 or $4,000 and pay in cash. That way, I mean, of course, obviously you don't have to pay any interest rate. You get a decent car, your insurance rates are lower. Chase, hit me in the, if you want an extended answer, shoot me an email, donovansharprok@gmail.com, and I'll give you a little bit more of an extended answer, because car buying is definitely something that a lot of men go, this is where we're led astray. We're led astray by car buying. That ends up taking out a big chunk of our finances. So Chase, definitely hit me, donovansharprok@gmail.com, and we'll have a conversation there. Shout out to Mr. Old School Writer with the $3 super chat. Said, hit me with that three-piece. Hit me with that left, that right, that three-piece. Go to the body. You know what they say, Deron? You take his wind. In the boxing ring, you take his wind, you take his heart. That's how it goes. That is absolutely how it goes. Good to have you guys in tonight. The chat is alive and well. You guys are obviously coming with the strong opinions, making me think. ETF 42, as usual, jumping the gun, fucking up a nigga's game. I swear to God, man, I gotta hold ETF 42 out for like the first 10 minutes so he doesn't start talking about what I'm gonna talk about in the show. That's how smart that dude is. Unbelievable. And ETF 42 was the guy that submitted the Why Men Reject the Red Pill. One of the best episodes I've ever done. So definitely shout out to ETF 42 for both throwing salt in the game and for a show idea. So let's move on to the second and final part of the show. The anger phase of the red pill discovery seems to be the stage that lingers with a man, even if he's moved on and changed his life, right? Incidentally enough, it's the phase that also catches the most heat. Women, listen, bitches are always in here talking about, oh, we're jaded and you guys are angry and bitter, when we exercise discretion when selecting a girl to spend our time with. This is what they tell us. Well, what, you're not out here fucking hoes? Then you must be jaded. You must be bitter. You can call me whatever you want. I'm not committing to hoes. No, of course, guys, men like us, we understand that that's just a shaming tactic that women use in an attempt to keep us from using what we've learned about them to not keep making the same mistakes with them that landed us in the manosphere in the first place, right? Like, when they shame us, it's almost silly because they tell us things like, oh, you're jaded and bitter, so wait a minute, you want me to ignore the lessons that I've learned so I can make another mistake with you? Bitch, please. But I would submit to every man watching this tonight that staying in the anger phase, on some level, I'm not saying that you walk around breathing fire, but staying in the anger phase on some level works in a man's favor, especially when dealing with women. And here are 3 reasons why. Number 1, it helps you to keep your edge. You guys remember that pang in your stomach that you felt when your girl's phone buzzed for the second time in 5 minutes? You remember that? Remember when she lied to you and told you it was her aunt? Okay? Remember the anger that you felt when you found out that it was not her aunt who was texting her at all hours of the night, but that it was the dude she was fucking on her days off when she was telling you she was at her friend's house hanging out? That anger, gentlemen, keeps you alert and aware of behaviors that could lead to infidelity. When your woman asks you if she can go to the club with the girls, you tell her, you can do whatever you want to do, but if you decide to go, you and I are finished. Oh my God, you're so insecure. Listen, sweetheart, you can call it whatever you want. You go to the club, we're done. I don't give a shit. That's just how it is. When deciding on whether or not to make a woman your main chick, and you discover that she was cheating with you on her last ex, you will decide not to make the mistake of committing to her. This is common red pill sense. A man who's never really been angry with women is a man who is ripe for the picking by women. Females know the difference between a man who won't let her get away with bad behavior because he's been burned before, and a man who lets her do what she wants because he's afraid to put his foot down. She respects the man women respect men that have relationship battle scars because they know that he knows what women really get up to if given too much freedom, and she has to respect it whether she likes it or not. Respect is key. Number 2, the second reason, and this is what ETF 42 accurately and prematurely pointed out. As always, women are attracted to the threat of violence, guys. Whether they admit it or not, women are attracted to violent men. Yes, we can be politically correct and say that they shouldn't be, but facts are facts. Women are far more attracted to men that they aren't 100% certain wouldn't put hands on them than men that they're 100% certain would not. Shout out to Mr. Old School Writer with another $2 super chat on the main channel. Appreciate that for a total of $5. Now, I touched on this last summer in episode 49 when I talked about the when I talked about Nicole Brown Simpson's. There we go. When I talked about Nicole Brown's attraction to her allegedly murderous husband, O.J. Simpson. Now, you're always going to have, not that you're always going to have an angry disposition around your woman, far from the case, but when you verbally reprimand them, your anger needs to be on full display. Okay? She will know you're not fucking around with her if you raise her voice at you. If a woman really likes and respects you, this keeps her around. No, she won't like it all the time, but she will absolutely respect it, which is by far the most important element when it comes to the dynamic between you and your girl. All right? Most men don't dare yell at women, and for good reason. All she's got to do is make an accusation, and you're going to spend a mandatory 72 hours in jail before getting railroaded by a court system that's already biased towards men. But so long as your game is tight, you've got your shit together, and your woman knows what is and isn't allowed, she'll never think about getting the law involved because you hurt her little feelings by telling her to keep her shit together. Number 3, it helps you avoid simpish behavior. Simpish behavior is indicative of a man who either hasn't learned his lesson or a man who is a glutton for punishment at the hands of women. Simps are afraid to show anger because they're afraid of women, right? But when they show it, they're less likely to engage in simpish behavior, but they don't figure this out. If you're dating a girl, right, and things seem to be going well, but out of the blue, she hits you with, "Hey, boo, my cell phone is past due, and I don't have money to pay it. Can you float me till I get paid?" You're going to drop her like a bad fucking habit because you remember how pissed off you were the last time you gave money to a girl who ended up bouncing like a bad check the minute her cell phone bill was paid, right? Me, myself, listen, guys, I paid a bitch's rent, her light bill, and her cable bill, all in my name, only to find out that she was fucking her ex behind my back. Was I angry about it? You're goddamn right I was angry about it, and I still am to this day. So do you think I'm going to make that same mistake again? Fuck no. Keeping your past experiences in the back and sometimes really in the front of your mind when dealing with women and remembering how angry you were when you figured out that she was fucking you over makes you a bad target for women looking to get over on you. Female predators love men who are what they call goofy, which means the happy-go-lucky guy who still thinks women are virtuous creatures, utterly incapable of deceit. They stay away from angry niggas like me because they know I know what's really going on. Now, like I said, I don't want you guys to mistake me here. I'm not suggesting that you walk around with steam coming out of your ears and snapping at any and all females, who say anything to you. Not even close. But keeping a low level of measured anger at your disposal at all times is good for a man who can control it. There's a big difference. It lets women know that you're not to be fucked with. And women respect a man who isn't easily taken advantage of and conducts himself as such. Guys, grab your balls, okay? And allow yourself to exhibit the masculine trait we like to call anger. Let the beast off the leash every once in a while, and you'll be surprised at how your women start responding to you. Guys, if you're looking to learn a few things like how to talk to pretty girls with no fear, how to tell if a woman will cheat on you or not, or how to become more attractive to women before learning game, subscribe to Donovan's Den on Patreon. It's just $5 a month, which is less than 17 cents a day. And this month, January only, every new subscriber to the Den, and shout out to Howard Cooper with the $5 super chat. Appreciate the support. And this month, every new subscriber to the Den will get a copy of my first ebook that I co-wrote with DSim over at manosphere.com, How to Stop Simping in 24 Hours. I take you step by step through the process of going from simp to pimp, which begins and ends with understanding what makes women tick and what their motivations are. Guys, men who have this knowledge separate themselves from 95% of men out there. So if you're looking to get that same separation, sign up for Donovan's Den on Patreon and get a free copy of the ebook, How to Stop Simping in 24 Hours. And let's do one last check of the chat here before I've got to go and hit the lanes. Howard Cooper in his $5 super chat says, best relationship YouTuber hands down. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. ETF42 says, haha, my bad, bro. Bro, you do it all the time, man. It's so funny. I'll say later on the show, I'm going to talk about XYZ. And then like 10 minutes later, ETF42 is like breaking it down. Don't mind it all, man. Don't mind it all. ETF42 is as reliable a red pill source as there is out there. Happy to have him as a mod. Every once in a while, he'll jump the gun, but you know what? That's okay by me. That is absolutely okay by me. Freelance Ronan says, Simpin lets men give these hoe passes who do fuckery. To do fuckery. That's why you have to not believe stupid shit like these hoes are queens. God's wifey. Never give chicks power they don't earn. God damn, that is spot fucking on, man. I could not have put that any better myself, my friend. That was actually that. You and ETF42 have the comments of the night. That is rock solid knowledge. Copy and paste that, guys. Never give chicks power they don't earn. They don't know how to act. Kevin Samuels in the motherfucking house. Kevin, I missed your phone call last night. Listen, I'm going bowling right after this, but you and I definitely need to talk. V for Villain says, damn, I'm late. No problem. You can hit the restream. Justice for All says, make women respect you. If they don't, fuck them. Straight up. Straight up. Mr. Old School Writer says, the OJ show you had. Yeah, I've done a few things on OJ. Absolutely. Sharp Assist just spammed out the Kevin Samuels. Guys, buy kevinsamuels.com. This guy's the foremost expert on men's fashion, and he and I are embarking on a new project. Very, very exciting things coming down the pike for me and him. We're gonna do a fusion piece. We're gonna talk about how to not only dress for success, just to look good. We're gonna weave that in. Hey, how dressing well can get you more pussy. So we're definitely going to do that. Definitely going to do that. I'm very much looking forward to that. I learned just as much talking to Kevin on air as you guys do. Like, I'm learning, like, listen, he doesn't tell me this stuff before we go on. I'm sitting here writing notes just while he's talking. I'm learning just like you guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. My thanks to my many, many donators here. Let's go through the list. Justice for All, Everyday Dre, Yu, Ted Benjamin, What the Hell Up, Justice for All, $20, Chase LeBeau, Mr. Old School Writer, who else? Howard Cooper, and yep, Mr. Old School Writer again. Goodbye.